Agatha All Along is the newest series on Disney+, and before it was even released, I was getting bombarded by reviews saying that it was the worst series in the entire MCU. They called it cringe, boring, and overly gay? Like, I don't know what those people are watching, because I saw a completely different show. Welcome to Haynes for Heroes, I'm Alex Haynes, and if it's a movie or TV show about superheroes, you know I'm all over it. So if you enjoy this video and you want more like it, cast the magic spell on that like and subscribe button. Let's see if we can get to 25 likes on this video. Spoilers ahead. So they released episodes 1 and 2 of Agatha All Along, and for the first episode, I loved how they made it like Agatha was still inside a television show like she was in the WandaVision series. She was stuck as this cliche female detective, and everything that was going on was pretty cheesy, but that was the point of it, because she's still under this spell by the Scarlet Witch, and then once she was able to break out of the spell, she started reverting back to her normal witchy self. Just that whole detective aspect of the first episode was really trippy and cool. I also liked all the callbacks to WandaVision and Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Like how the dead body that Agatha was investigating was supposedly the body of the Scarlet Witch. You don't really see who it is, but you assume it's her. And they mentioned the cause of death was being crushed by something heavy, which is fun because, you know, Scarlet Witch was killed by a mountain. After Agatha is released from the spell, she discovers that she doesn't have any of her powers, so she and this boy named Teen have to assemble a new coven of witches to travel down the witch's road, which should give her her powers back. And in these first 2 episodes of Agatha All Along, it does a great job of just taking that concept and building that intrigue within me that makes me want to continue watching the series. I feel like every 10 minutes a new question pops in my head, like, why is the Witch's Road so dangerous? Who is the Salem 7 that's trying to kill Agatha? What is Agatha's true intentions? The episodes build up the story really well, and some people will say it goes too slow, but for me, I think it was just right. By the way, the Witch's Road song that they sing, lightweight slaps.
Down, 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 down.
It also helps that the characters in Agatha All Along are all entertaining. Agatha is just a huge sassy jerk, but it's so hilarious. Like, I love her wit, I love her confidence, and I love how much of a forward thinker she is. Agatha is always 10 steps ahead of the situation, like when the Witch's Road wasn't opening up, so she started insulting her new coven so that they would attack her and she could absorb all of their power. Like, that was so clever to me. Intelligent characters are so fun to watch. Agatha is definitely a villain still. I'm pretty sure that's going to change as the series goes along, but as she is, I love her. Then we have a boy called Teen, or he does have a name, we just don't know what it is yet, and I like him so far. Like, I think he's adorable as the little witch sidekick for Agatha, and he's pretty funny too. Like, he has a few lines that had me chuckling. I personally love the part where the Salem 7 show up to try to kill Agatha, and Teen's just standing there like, nope, F this, I'm out. I'm with you there, Teen. Like, in that moment, Teen is my spirit animal. But speaking of the intrigue again, I love the mystery surrounding Teen. Like, why can't Agatha learn anything about him? Like, what's that thing that appears on his mouth when he tries to say his name? Or how come it's all silent when he talks about his personal life? It's a trip. I have theories for all that, which I'll get into later, but it's just so much fun. I love a good mystery. We then have another character named Rio, played by the always great Aubrey Plaza. Like, who doesn't love Aubrey Plaza? Rio is another character surrounded in mystery. She obviously has a hatred for Agatha and wants her dead, but she's also given off vibes that she was a former lover of Agatha, which is definitely spicy. But for what we got so far, I think Rio is cool. We do only get that one fight sequence where she totally could have murdered Agatha, but I'm confident that she's going to pop up more as the season continues. I also have to give a shout out to the character Sharon, because I freaking love Sharon. She is just vibing, just going with the flow of everything going on. Like, she's so chill. When the coven was singing the ballad of the Witch's Road and she's just dancing and having a great time. No clue what's going on, no clue whatsoever, but it's just so great. It was at that moment that I fell in love with Sharon, and I declare that she needs to be protected at all costs. Like, that is Kitty Foreman. They better not kill her off. I want her to make it all the way to the end of the Witch's Road and somehow become a witch and have a happy ending, because she's a sweetheart and she deserves it. Go Sharon. Other things I liked about Agatha All Along was the horror aspect, because at first you don't get much of it. It's more creepy than scary. But when the Salem 7 show up at the end of episode 2, I was like, oh, heck no. They were doing that weird twitchy walk thing or crawling down the stairs like the Grudge, and I was like, nah, that's scary. If that's just a small taste of what's to come in future episodes, I have a feeling I'm going to be covering my eyes a lot. I also want to shout out the set designs of what we've seen from the Witch's Road so far. I think it looked absolutely stunning, especially that shiny stairway that leads to the Witch's Road. Like, I want one of those in my house. I hear Agatha All Along uses more practical effects for the locations instead of CGI, so I'm going to be really looking forward to seeing that. In terms of cons, at this point, I have none so far. Like, I'm sure that will change in future episodes because, nothing is perfect. But some of the reactions I've been hearing about Agatha All Along have just been completely ridiculous. The most annoying thing that I heard was that Agatha All Along was gay propaganda. The gay agenda is out to get you. Don't listen to that bigoted nonsense. I find that whenever people complain about things being woke or forcing political messaging, it's just because someone who is different than they are just exists. But just let people exist, it will be fine. It's okay if something doesn't cater to straight white dudes. I'm sure you'll still find enjoyment from it. So whenever you come across reviews or rants that are just spouting this stuff out, please just ignore them. Don't give them any of your energy. They only spread hate. Now, before I get into the ratings of the first 2 episodes of Agatha All Along, let me know down in the comments what are your theories for this season. And then once the season finale happens, we'll all get our theories together and see if we were correct. One theory that I have is that Teen is definitely Billy Maximoff, aka Wiccan, the son of the Scarlet Witch. I feel like it's kind of obvious based on how they're advertising him, and I feel like this could eventually lead to Mephisto being either introduced or at the very least mentioned, because in the comics, Mephisto is a big reason why Wiccan is able to come to life in the first place. But that's just my theory. What are your theories for Agatha All Along? Overall, Agatha All Along is off to a great start, and I'm shocked because honestly, I wasn't that excited for the series to begin with. Like, I liked Agatha in the WandaVision series, but not enough for her to have her own TV show. But now I'm sitting here invested AF. It's got its magical claws just sunken into me. So with that being said, I'm going to give the first 2 episodes of Agatha All Along a 4 out of 5 hexes. It's great. But what did you think of the first 2 episodes of Agatha All Along? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more, click on the boxes right here, and I'll see you in a bit.